Hey there, Vanagon addicts. It's Ken Wilford here at Vanagon. I'm going to be starting a new program here on Vanagon YouTube channel called Parts Corner. So Parts Corner is going to be talking about parts that can be confusing on your Vanagon. Today we're going to talk about distributor caps and the differences that seem small but actually cause major issues. So back in the olden days, the Volkswagen used a distributor cap that had a bronze bushing where you would install your plug wires, and they used that for a really long time, probably from the 50s all the way up to the 80s. They used it on the air-cooled Vanagon and also the the water-cooled 1.9 up to 1985, and it worked fine, perfectly great, fine and dandy. So you have these bronze bushings in here, and then you need the proper plug wire, okay, which we have these on our website, 09180, and you can see it has a bronze end on it, and you basically, when you go to install it, you push it into this hole in the bushing thing, and then it just kind of snaps in there, seats down in there, and it kind of makes connection by basically pushing. Okay, so you have this thing, you want to seat it all the way down in there until you can't get it anymore. I usually pull back the rubber boot like this so you can get it all the way down in there, and then you push the boot back up and cover it because you don't want any moisture getting in here. So this style plug wire, okay, has this bronze end on it, and it's very critical because you need it if you have this old style cap. Okay, when you look online, a lot of times that's the cap that they're calling for. And so people order that if they're ordering it for 1.9 Vanagon. But then you run into a small issue with the coils. Okay, so the original coils also had this bronze bushing down in there. I don't have any of them anymore. The coils you would buy like as a replacement would be this. The original ones were black color. This is a silver color one. This is actually a replacement one, even though it looks old. It's a Bosch replacement unit, and you can see down in there there's actually a pin in there instead of a bronze bushing. And so the thing is that all the replacement coils are like this, okay, and you have this pin in there. Now the good news is if you use this newer style plug wire, or not newer style, old style, the 09180, you can see, besides having a bronze thing on the outside, and it has these little bronze little things sticking out, cleats or whatever you want to call it, it also has them on the inside. You can see there's actually little teeth on here that can grab to this pin, and so when you push it in again, you'll feel it click on there if it's in there properly. So what I'm trying to say is this particular type of plug wire, the 09180, you can use it on the early style cap with a bronze insert, early style coil with a bronze insert, or in 86 they went to a pin style cap. Okay, so this pin style cap, any 86 and newer should have a pin style, like this coil as well. Any new coil you buy are going to be like that. Here is a distributor from a later model, a brand new one that has the pins in there. If in doubt of what you have, okay, get this 09180 with a bronze end on there wire, and you will be safe because it can do either or. But why is there a confusion? Because there's also this other style of wire. This is 09272. Okay, they use these on waterboxers, mainly from 86 to 91. And you can see it has a totally different connector on it. It has a connector that is meant to snap onto the pin, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so if you have a pin connector, like in this cap here, you can snap it on there. It'll click on there. Okay, you go to take it off, it unclicks. Okay, it's actually a really nice connection because it's a very positive connection. Same thing with the coil. Okay, but if you try to use it with the bushing style cap or the bushing style coil, it won't go all the way in. Okay, but the bad part is, yeah, it will start to go on. So you feel like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's just weird or something. It started and the rubber boot is around it, but it didn't actually seat all the way in. And so I've had people, they try to push it in, they break the cap, they get to the coil, and when it's, the coil's installed in the car, it's like this. It's facing away from you like this. So you can't really see what's in there. Is there a pin in there? Is there a bushing in there? If there's a pin in there, then this style of wire is going to plug in and snap in place. Okay. If it isn't, if you try to push it in and it doesn't seem like it wants to seat, then, and it's a black coil, I would almost guarantee you that it's this earlier style coil. Again, you have problems because people replace coils with used coils. They replace wires with used wires. They replace caps. They're buying a cap at, AutoZone, Advanced Auto, or something like that. That the people there don't know anything. They're just going off of what their computer screen is saying. That's why you really need somebody like us, Vanagon, who is kind of like your parts concierge. We, vet the parts. We make sure that you're only getting the best ones. You make sure that when we're listing on our site, we try to make sure that the description, we have a lot of description if we need to, so you know what you need. And you be confident. All of our parts have like a 2-year warranty on them, and we've used them ourselves on our own van. So, it's a lot. You can buy with confidence. You don't have to worry about returning things as much, having issues that way. It just saves so much time and effort. It's worth money, believe me. It's worth, if ours are, a couple of dollars more or something, it's definitely worth it. And believe me, I've seen caps. These are both Bosch caps. There's also Bremy is another good cap and rotor manufacturer because Bosch is discontinuing some of their stuff right now. So, that would be good stuff. We would buy those manufacturers. I've seen caps and they look like, they were made by a child out of Play-Doh. I mean, they're so bad that you're like, man, how could they even sell that? And I'm like, where did you get it? Oh, AutoZone. Oh, great. And, so don't take chances on stuff. Instead, you buy it from somebody who knows what's going on, what the deal is. These are both aftermarket wires. This is a Bremy set here, STI. Why? Because Bosch has dropped support for the Vanagon, for their wires. They've dropped support for the Vanagon for their spark plugs. And so we are sourcing them elsewhere. This, we see the JP Group distributor here. They've dropped support for that many years ago. We have, but what we do is we go through, we vet the aftermarket. We pick the stuff that is, OE quality or maybe even better. And that's what we supply. So, if you have any other questions about this, now if you have an air-cooled Vanagon, it's a totally different wire set. It is actually this bronze one, okay, so, or brass, or when you call it, whatever you want to call it. So there's no problem that way. You order the air-cooled ones, they have a totally different end connector. They plug in, no problem. You order that, the air-cooled cap, rotor, and stuff, and you'll be fine because there's only one version of that spark plug wire set. This is really just focusing on mostly folks that have waterboxer Vanagons 83 to 85. 1.9s is mostly where the confusion is. Again, if you're buying, 86 to 92, you're most likely getting this pin cap, and you can use the pin style wires, and your coils a pin style. Everything's good. So, all right, so that's it for today for Parts Corner. If you guys have a part that you want me to discuss, please leave it in the comments below. Also, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so when we upload these videos to YouTube, you'll be sure to get notified every time. All right, thanks for being with us on Parts Corner. We will be having another Parts Corner hopefully tomorrow.